Testing 1, 2. Audio looking good. Okay. Guys, welcome. Tonight we have a little treat. Due to a little bit of a mix-up, we will be hosting or streaming the game between Acta and Weiland. Steve is come back for his game against the Mighty Khan. So tonight we have Acta Khan. Welcome back.
Hello.
And Stephen, welcome back again.
Thanks, Dobby. Good to be back.
Awesome. So this is a USA versus Australia matchup for the Singapore League. You've got a nice little bit of multicultural going. And joined tonight also, last minute jumping on for commentary is Mark. Thank you for joining me, such late notice.
No worries. Thanks for having me, Nobby.
Awesome. It's good to see debatable if it's going to be good or not, but we've got Scum versus more Scum. All with the tricks. Actor, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Not good.
Not good.
It's the odds up. I'm not feeling good at all.
Hey, you've played this list a lot, right? I'm sure you've handled something like this before.
Look, I think you need to rephrase that. I've played against something like this before. I don't think I'd use the word handled. Is the right word.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see. Stephen, how are you feeling?
This is going to be a tough match. Octor's list is a strong one, so we've got my work cut out for me.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great match. I hope you both have a shower after flying this. They're both dirty, okay? All right, we'll throw you into your room. You guys get started on the rocks and we'll get the game underway. Good luck to both of you, eh?
No worries.
Thanks.
All right, just you and me, Mark.
You are very correct, though, there, Nob. Yep, this is a disgusting list on both sides, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of this. Filthy list.
Now, just full disclosure, guys, for those who are watching, those who know me, when I refer to a list as being disgusting and filthy, it means it's nice. I respect it. I would not want it. I would feel dirty playing it, but I have total respect for it and how it works. So I always joke that when I fly Scum, I feel like I have to have a shower afterwards, and because they just have so many dirty tricks. It's great. It's great. Which list would you like? Would you like to discuss the Scum list or the other Scum list?
I'll take the Scum list. I'll take Actar's Scum list, though, if you don't mind.
Go for it. I will bring up the cards as we go through.
Yep. So Actar has 2 Zealous Recruit Fang fighters. Those are the PS1 Fang fighters. 3 attack dice out the front, 3 agility, only 4 hull. So a bit fragile, but the 3 agility usually means they can live quite a while. They also have linked action, movement into focus, which means they can do some repositioning with ease. And they have a native ability called Concordia Face-Off, which reads, while you defend, if the attack range is 1 and you are in the attacker's forward firing arc, change 1 result to a evade result. So it makes them just that much more tanky if you can get that engagement in range 1.
Don't shoot them at range 1. That's the only advice I can say. Don't shoot them at range 1. They don't like being at range 2, but don't shoot them at range 1.
They unless you've got a turret, unless there's a turret can sometimes get around that, and I'm sure you'll talk about how Han Solo will cause these people all sorts of trouble later on.
Yeah, they will. Okay, sorry, Han Solo's the exception. Yeah, you can shoot them at the side. Yep.
Partnering those guys. So the 2 Zealous Recruits will be the main damage dealers, I feel, for Actar. But alongside them, he's got 4 Cartel Spacers, 2 with the tractor beams, and 2 with the ion cannons. Now, the Cartel Spacer itself is just 2 attack dice, 3 agility, 3 hull, 1 shield ship. So again, moderately evasive, but not, it can be very fragile as well. But the tractor beam is where we start to have a lot of fun. So what Actar can choose to do, if the ships are positioned poorly and if he can get a couple of shots, he can try and put those tractor tokens. It will take only 1 tractor token to put L337 onto a rock potentially. And he does have 2 ships with tractor beams, so he could maybe even get that medium base ship Boba Fett and tractor him, put him onto a asteroid or make him move somewhere that he really doesn't want to be. So again, some options with the tractor beam. And then just to round out the control element of the list, his last 2 6 have ion cannon, and again, that's very nice. He can slap some ion tokens and give that added element of control. Overall, this list kind of feels like I don't know if you've played Magic the Gathering, but one of those blue lists where there's a lot of control elements and trying to dictate what your opponent can and cannot do. Not so much on the amazing damage, there's no 4 attack dice shots or TLF shots coming through, but a lot of control elements and a lot of chip away at you type of damage.
Oh yeah. Don't kid yourself. Actor's list has been flown a lot. He's flown against a lot of different things. He's a very good player too, and as you say, he doesn't do much damage. But once those ships once the ships are tractored, those 2 dice attacks can be very, very nasty.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Very much worth it. Very much a very strong control list. Okay, so on Steve's list we got let's have a look. We got Bobber with all the tricks. Fearless, IG88D, which is very interesting. It's like a budget perceptive co-pilot. You get 2 calculates instead of 2 focuses. You got the proton bombs out the back, so some control at the back. We got cybernetics, so you can perform a red move and still take the double calculate. And we've got the Slave 1, change your dial, very nice. Followed by Han. Now I really like Han's build here. He's revolved around trick shot and the crew. What's her name?
Kira.
There we go. Sorry, the font's really small on mine. So she allows Han to take a target lock on a rock and then realistically ignore the rock for the rest of the game, or while Han has a lock on that on that obstacle. But it will still allow the trick shot to take through. So Han could actually just fire a rock, ignore it, but then shoot, get the trick shot. But also the defense, they don't get the extra green dice because it ignores for the attack. It's a little bit confusing, but basically all the positive for Stephen still works, all the positive for the opponent don't work. That's the best way to look at it. So you get the trick shot bonus, but you don't get the green dice bonus. And on top of that, we've got the Falcon, which then brings us to L33. So L33 is docked. You also have Deadeye. I believe he's starting at docked. Yeah, he hasn't put it down.
He hasn't put it down.
Yeah. It's the only other one I like is also the auto drone pilot, because you can use it for shields and as a proton bomb. But we actually got L3 here, so I actually got to look up. I should look up what it is. We defend. If you are not shielded, decrease. Okay, so because the ship is docked, it can reuse its shields first. Once it's no longer shielded, then the Millennium Falcon opens up the dial a bit with the banks now becoming blue. So, and also he can drop it out the back. Because it's initiative 2, he can use that ship to initiative kill one of these M3As. It's very, very nice.
Just looking at the setup though, it looks like it's not starting docked. He's deployed L337. He
has actually deployed L337, of course, because he's initiative 2, so it would happen later. You also have to give us just a little bit of apology as we're doing everything on the fly, but I think we handled it pretty good.
Yep.
Now I'm going to bring this one up on the full screen here. I did have a quick crash before, but hopefully that's dealt with and it's all good now. No, I totally agree. Sorry, Taco there, I'm just reading in the chat, they're trying to move the chat around. Taco says we should get more cross-continental games. I am 100% for that. And it's why I like to do the streams, to be honest. It's great.
One thing we discovered when X-Wing sort of went global during the lockdown, as Singapore players, a lot of the stuff that we'd been doing, a lot of our tactics, were very, very aggressive. And then when we started to play against American and Australian players, we found that not so many people will do 5 straight boost, and take the pot shot, And it's been very interesting just getting these games from different X-Wing cultures and X-Wing communities and X-Wing schools of thought, so to speak. Everyone seems to have a different belief about how things should work, what's the optimal way to fly things, and what's the flavor of the month, so to speak, within each of these communities. So it's been great to play against the Aussies, and I'm very much looking forward to Stephen, an American, flying this list here tonight.
Oh, 100%. One of the great things is when you play in your local game store, you just have the meta that's at the local game store. And then you suddenly go to different competitions and you play against different people and you go, oh, wow, what's this? by playing internationally. That's what I think. Also, it's been mentioned too about like the GSP Galaxies and the Space Jam is it really sped up the meta because we had so many diverse lists being put on the table, and things just sped up dramatically. You know, we weren't waiting on an event to be played and then having the oh, sorry, Shane. Have a good night, Shane. Sorry, just shouting out to Shane, who's the organizer of everything here. Yeah, so the fact that we have this great access to international players around the world means that we get such a diversity type of players, and it's just really, really great. And I think it means that everybody just gets a better X-Wing experience.
Yeah, I heartily agree with that, and it's also good to just have a bigger community in general, more people to get to know, more people to fly against, easier to find the games, all of those good things that come with having a nice connected community, all playing this game that we love.
Okay, just confirming they can start.
Timer is set to 0. Do we?
Oh, in the thing.
How many seconds?
Okay.
How many seconds and 75 minutes?
45,000.
45,000.
Yeah. So that's me. I had done a shortcut of saving all the camera angles on the stream table and then saving it after a game, and I should have saved it with the clock put back in at 75. Is that good?
It's all good. I think they've started now.
Okay, let's start.
So, Nobby, what do you reckon about the setup? It looks like Ektar's got these 2 pods with a Fang and 2 M3As in each pod. I mean, what do you reckon of his setup? What do you reckon of the rocks?
I have seen Ektar fly this around. He's got basically 2 little forces. They each got their control piece, and you've got a tractor, you've got an ion, and you've got a hammer. The Fang fighter being the hammer. So he's got them into nice 2 little sets of boxes. So this guy's probably going to continue going down this way. This one is coming up as a follow through, and so it just means that he can spread out. He's basically treating them as two ships. He'll fly them in formation until it gets into like a traffic jam area, and that's when he'll start spreading them out. Oh yeah, I know, funky, isn't it? So actually working okay. With Bobba's going to have to go probably hard and try and go for a flank. We're not too sure what he's going to do with L3. And Han will probably try and get something happening in the centre and going out the side here. But we'll see. We'll see. I have not seen Stephen fly this list before. There's Bobba going fast. I think we might see a boost in between there.
He actually boosted 1 straight before he moved. Any idea what ability that is?
Which one? The L3. L3 is when it's not shielded. It will do.
No, Bobba. You look at the stream in game. Bobba boosted 1 straight.
No, Bobba did a 4 straight.
Before that.
He coordinated. Oh, so he would have been coordinated.
There we go.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bot would have coordinated him. Sorry, I was too busy drawing the lines and having fun. Yeah, so that would have been a coordinate. He would actually should be a stress then. L3 should be stressed. There we go. If the stress is behind us. Yep.
We're all good.
Yep. Cool. Yep. And I'm in spectator mode, so they can't see my hand. Excellent. Yeah. So that's actually pretty good. He got Bobber out there really fast, so he can come in with the flank. What's going to have to be careful is he's going to really have to range control a bit with Han. It's good to see Han take the lock there. So now that opens up. Make sure I get the right one. That opens up this whole area for Han. He can just go in here, no problem. In fact, he wants to be on this side of the rock, so he can get the trick shot going off. The only thing I notice is that he's got his arc at the front. I really would have thought he would have done it on the side.
I think it's because he'll be turning away, so he wants it out the back at the moment.
We'll see.
But I do also take your point that a side arc as maybe a setup option would have been a bit nicer. Gives you the option of just kiting around the outside rather than moving away from the enemy. Yeah.
So Han has to be just a little bit cautious because the good news is the tractor. He needs 3 tractor tokens to be tracked.
He can't be tracked. Yeah.
But
so the tractor. Yeah, the tractor can give a few, can't it?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
So he gets 2 hits from a tractor, from a 3 dice tractor, and he's got 2 of the ships, because these guys are almost certainly going to be turning in. They can all do a 1 hard. So we might see them all turn in this way, and these guys continue further down and further down this way to create a two-pronged attack coming in.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And I think, definitely try and like get one of those big ships off the table before it can start to lay in the hurt. Because particularly with Han, if he's got those trick shots and he's got his own native ability, he could be rolling 4 dice quite consistently if he's choosing his targets well.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and also the Fangs also got to be careful a little bit around Han, because as much as they want to be in range 1, they, as you mentioned, the turret arcs. Like, this is another thing. If Han shoots them out the front, they still get the face-off ability. Or rather, if the Fang fighter is in Han's front arc, right? So that's why he really wants the arc side to side, because Han doesn't want to be shooting them from in the front. He wants to shoot them off the side. Turn off the face-off ability.
Yeah, very much agreed. There is actually, it's a bit hard to see, but on top of Cloud City, there is a tiny little asteroid that may cause a little bit of trouble for the top left force turning in, but I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Slightly off.
Yeah. Hard one, yep.
There we go. So there we go. Okay, I look at that. I'm bad at X-Wing, so he did hard ones on these guys. I thought he would have been coming down here.
Yeah, I think he's not because of their asteroid. Ideally, I think in this point you'd want to do a bank maneuver. Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know what's going on here now.
Okay, so this is actually this is good and bad. What Actor's doing is, it's kind of like you with your tractor. You know the game you played with your filthy 4 tugboats, and then you came in. Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. And you went in, and then you decided, I'm going to reverse, and then sort of like you basically were waiting for him to commit. So this is good, because this now, when Boba comes in, these guys can come down and start smacking Boba. Boba's probably a scarier threat for him than Han. So
yep, it's true.
Yeah, so this is actually really, really good, because even though they're stressed, they're fine to just move down here next turn. Very smart move. See, I'm bad at X-Wing, guys. I could not predict it. I was wrong on 100% on all of Actor's decision making there.
No, but I would have gone for you with what you said as well. I would have thought take out the Falcon. The
thing is, I think the Falcon was also easier for him to kill. Boba is the scary piece.
Okay, yeah. So he's actually, I think he hasn't he hasn't really rushed in there trying to get that flank, and that's probably a good thing. Otherwise, he'd be facing 6 guns right now. So he has the option to disengage now if he needs to, and that coordinate action coming in first is very, very helpful, because it is allowing. Yeah, it's guaranteeing that even if he has to go over a rock or go over some debris or something, he's going to be able to get some actions out of it. Yeah, there we go. So Han is turned in, and that's why the turret was facing forwards and backwards. So the idea is, by being there, you can now shoot out the back. But given what Akhtar has done, he may now opt to rotate the turret.
Yeah, I think that will give him options. So even if he goes around over here, the angle he's got over here, the ships are just still going to be here. So the only way he's going to get a shot is if he does a turn in, and even then he's not going to have a great shot. So I think he really needs to look at turning the turret this turn.
Yeah, this would be okay if you had that pod coming around the top of the map, and then you'd still get some shots on them, but it's not helping very much now.
So no shots.
Okay, but a good setup from Akhtar. He's got a lot of ships facing in one direction, and that's always a bit scary if you're a big ship and you see 6 guns pointing at you, you start to get a little bit afraid.
Oh yes, and don't forget, half of that force, or I should say 2/3 of that force is control. So that means tractors, that means ions. Neither of the ships want to be ionized.
Yep.
Hey, what is it? It looks like Nickel Dealer 77. Cheers from Italy, dudes. Hey, good to have you. Now, just for those who are joining us today, that we don't normally stream on Wednesday nights. We normally do Tuesdays and Thursdays. It is Tuesday, Thursday night for us, which could mean it's daytime, depending on where you are in the world. We are in the future. Yeah, so we are normally on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we have a special tonight, Wednesday night.
So what's your play here if you're Stephen, Nobby? Do you just try and get Bobber out of this? Bobber's not in a great position for disengaging.
No, he's not. Sorry, did he change the turret on Han? I can't see the turret on the.
No, he took a focus.
He took a focus, so the arc is still front to back. Okay. I just don't want to put Bobber against so many of those ships.
Yeah.
You see, the L3 can move up. He could coordinate a Bobber boost. I don't know if the bank boost would fit.
I would personally coordinate a.
I mean, do you want to take the shots? I worry that if he tries to joust that much in the open, the problem is it's in the open here.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Bobber rerolls which help, and you can potentially have focus plus reinforce front.
Oh yeah, he could coordinate a reinforce and then do a 3 straight
blue maneuver.
3 straight blue, which could.
Yep.
But I just worry that these guys are still going to be slow enough that he's still going to have a few shots. Or I don't know. This move by Actor was great.
Yeah.
He has to force.
But definitely.
Yeah, very nice move.
Yeah. The mind games really are what's making it interesting here, because what you expected Akhtar to do, he hasn't done, but the move is still a good one, and it consolidates his force as one giant swarm now. And that's going to make it a lot tougher to have a go at, particularly because of how Han moved. If Han had gone straight, Akhtar was actually in a bit of a pickle there, but I think he knew what Stephen was thinking. He knew Stephen was thinking, I don't want to directly engage, so therefore Stephen's going to move away, and therefore I don't have to worry about Han coming in. So it freed up the next option for him.
Definitely. Very good to see. I really enjoy the mind game element to X-Wing. I love, as I had a game. It was my local friendly local game store night of X-Wing, Wednesday nights. That's why we normally don't stream on Wednesday nights, by the way. The player I was playing with earlier, and I was like, I love giving tough decisions to my opponent.
Yep.
So do you want to shoot this juicy target, or do you want to go for the real target, which you should be going for, but it's less favourable?
Yeah. I forget who told me this. It might be Alex, but he said you should always try to give your opponents choices to make.
Oh yeah,
because
tough choices. The tougher the choice, it's just like, do I shoot at ZZ, who had lost 2 shields, with focus evade at range 2, or do I shoot this this tokenless A-wing, but it's at range 3 behind a gas cloud? And I'm like, I don't know. The odds, you're going to have to work it out. Which one do you want? You're both likely to kill them. Well, not unlikely to kill them, but if you got 2 damage, they both were shieldless, and it's just fun to see the cogs working on the player, deciding which one to go for.
Yeah, because every time your opponent has to make a choice, there's a 50% chance they'll choose wrongly. Exactly. Assuming there are only 2 options, so make them make the choices, make them make mistakes.
That's it. I love that.
So we see Akhtar, he's turned his Fang Fighter in, also going very quickly with some of the unstressed cartel spaces, getting them into position to shoot Bobber if Bobber has chosen to engage. So if Bobber chooses to engage, I think he's in for a lot of pain.
Oh yeah, well not only that too. This is really good. Like, he's got the spacing out wide enough that if Bobber gets in, he's probably not going to have too many options to boost. On top of that, even if he gets into range 1 here, he's only going to have the rerolls from these guys. Well, he only needs 2 rerolls anyway, realistically. Let's not kid ourselves. But the Fang is here, range 1 where he wants to be for that range 1 shot.
Yep.
And gets face off. The biggest one is probably this guy. He might be able to kill that.
Yep. The red Fang at the back, is it?
The red Fang at the back there. Did he take a focus?
I think he's still considering his action. Because
Okay.
he can do a barrel focus or something if he wants, but he has to weigh the risk of taking a 5 attack dice shot from Han as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, he plays better. They're the ships that's got to watch out for those trick shot stress, because between trick shot and the title means with the stress you get an extra 1, trick shot gets an extra 1, and then the 2 on top of that.
Yep.
Is that right?
And Han's ability, 1 more as well.
Oh yeah, and Han's ability, which works with the trick shot. So yeah, 5 dice if he can get the trick shot lined up.
Yep. So I'll be. I think we're still waiting on a. Yep, he's going to barrel roll. Yep. And
You're gonna link it to focus.
yep, takes the stress and will take the focus as well.
All right.
So very nice.
Now
And
we
I
have
think
to-
that's just to open up options later on in case he needs to.
He's got such a nice wide shot. Look at that! Look at that
Yeah.
arc. Anywhere in there, Bubba comes in, he's going to get shots on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really good to see. Actor identifying the biggest threat and going for it.
Definitely. The other thing that I think Stephen may not. I don't know what his plan is for L337. And the reason why I say that is because at the moment L337 is just slowly walking towards the swarm and is stressed. So will not have much in the way of a disengage. So pretty soon Bobba's free Bobba's free advanced sensors, or not free, but advanced sensors is going to run out. Bobba does a boost.
Bubba does a boost. Yeah.
Beautiful. Gets the range 1 of even more ships and avoids many of the arcs. So that Fang could be in a bit of trouble now. Let's see what Han has done here, though, because L337 may be blocking, and that would prevent the turret from turning. Yeah.
It looks like. Was that one
Yeah,
straight?
and this is one
Yeah,
straight,
just
and
one
this
straight,
is
it's
where
fine. Yeah.
the point you were making would have is particularly salient, Nobby. Had that arc been pointing to the side,
Yep.
he would now have a 5 attack dice shot on red.
Oh, yep. Even
Yeah.
with the bump with no mods. Yeah.
Yep.
I
You take it.
I was kind of like maybe he's going to coordinate a turret turn. I kept waiting for it, but it didn't happen. As you were saying, L3 being stressed, yes, but L3 is just there as a coordinate bot.
Yep.
Realistically, if he also decides to shoot at L3, then that's also a win because you're not shooting the 2 main guns.
That's fair enough.
Oh, I think I know why. I think I know exactly why he bumped on L3, because he can just pick him up at the start of next turn.
You can pick them up.
Yeah, because he's touching. He can dock him in system phase.
Oh, I will admit I'm not so familiar with the docking rules. It's not a mechanic I've seen that much, but that would be genius. Okay,
So I reroll up to 3 dice.
and with 2 calculates, and he only needs he's got only 1 return shot from the look of it. So 4 dice, 2 blanks, 1 focus, and 1 crit. So he'll re-roll the 2 blanks, I imagine.
He might consider rerolling all
Also
3.
possible.
Well, he's got 2 calculates, right? So 2 calculates.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll the 2 blanks.
Yep. And spends a calculate. Yep. Is he? Yes. you weren't going to spend it, you shouldn't have re-rolled it. And one blank changes to a hit with Fearless.
Fearless, yeah.
Yep. So one dice fell outside, so I assume he will re-roll that. Yes.
Right, there we go.
Yep.
And then he's got face off and a focus, so he's basically
One crit goes through.
Crit. But because it's a crit, that's a good thing.
Yep, it's worth it.
What's the crit we got?
Blinded Pilot.
Oh, well, he doesn't have any mods anyway at the moment, so...
Yep.
Blinded, where are you? There we go.
So I'm just going to duck over. Clear that dice box.
Quick question, did L3 shoot?
Not yet.
Oh wait, no, that was just Bobber. Yep. So Han doesn't have a shot, we just have L3.
L3 is not shooting.
I'll just remind him L3 is there.
No, they've moved on to the Fang Fighter. The Fang Fighter rolls a native 2 crits. It's the PS1 version, so there is no Fearless. And he can't spend a focus anyway because of Blinded Pilot. So Bobber with 2... Hey, why did he get 1 extra?
Oh no, okay, yeah, because in the chat it did say it was 2 crits and a hit. It's just 1 was cogged.
Oh, okay.
So
evades,
evade
right?
1 eye. Yeah, 1 evade 1 eye. He spends a calculate just to take 1 damage.
Yeah, I'm a little... Yeah, okay, so I think that's...
there we go. They caught up on that. They probably finished off the Fang, yeah. It didn't quite matter there for the mods or anything. So yeah, they both probably forgot. That's all my message. Not that it's going to matter because it's a 2 dice, 2 on 4, no mod shot.
Oh, they've been known to go through once or twice.
Yeah. Through gas cloud too. I remember your shots from last game. I did not talk to Shane about that disgusting list you had.
Oh, this one
there you go.
doesn't
matter.
matter. Yeah.
Heroic.
Yeah, I did feel very sorry for Chris yesterday that his green dice had just turned off for the first half of the game.
Yeah, you. Thanks, Shane. Yeah, they were just downright disgusting. I mean, the fact that you were doing 2 dice attacks at range 3 through a gas cloud and still putting through damage, especially the opening turn, you had like a 5 dice get 2 damage, and you had 1 damage on from a 2 dice onto 5, and then you had another 2 natty hits onto one of the Inquisitors that had spent all the force to do the.
He just completely blanked out as well. I think that was the turn before he spent the force. He just got four blanks, and it's just like, Someone in the chat did the calculations. It came out to 8% or 1 in 12. So
yeah, no, I did that. Yeah. What's the chance of 2 dice getting 2 damage on a range 3 shot? Yeah, it was brutal. They were really. I felt really bad for Chris. I was cheering for him.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, to a certain extent, with the list I was flying, I was cheering for him as well. So.
But to be fair, so for full disclosure, it was a Singapore league, like this looks we're seeing here, where all the filth is welcome, and it was a disgusting list, and a disgusting list is what this is about. We don't want to go gentle.
I do think that flying things to annoy your opponent is also a very, very fun way of playing X-Wing.
The mind games, yes.
Yeah, not just mind games, just that you get to fly 2 lists.
No, well, okay. When I say mind games, I mean that you get to frustrate your opponent.
Yes.
Which means you're not just playing the game for X-Wing, but you're playing to.
You're playing your opponent as well
to
as the
tilt
game.
the opponent, the
Yeah.
opponent, so to speak. And so that I think is like if you play in that kind of things, you're not just playing X-wing, but you're also playing mind games. You're controlling your mental state of your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes it's great. I like to see that when I've played a list that, like the correct choice is to target Poe when I have my Poe and my 3As, and I've had games where my Bluey has just gone in and blocked them so much that they just want to shoot it and kill it, even though Poe's
Yep.
right there. You can take a good shot at Poe. No, I want to kill Bluey, and then I've known Bluey has done the work. You know what? No, I want to kill that A-wing. It's been annoying me the whole game. Great. So that's kind of like to explain how what I mean by the mind games at work, that it can frustrate your opponent. Now, back to the game at hand. Boba has bombs.
Boba does have bombs.
This could be a very good turn just to control that space.
Yeah, certainly to force, because again, Han is not going to be in that space. He doesn't need to. Boba now has a very nice disengage in any number of directions that he wants. But with the way it's been set up, it's very hard for at least the two zealous recruits to still get a shot and avoid the area that can be bombed. So yeah, I agree with you. This turn for bombs could be very, very nice.
And I reckon this is where we'll see the L3 be picked up by Han, and then Han might decide to do a bank over there. He's still got the front and back. I just as a worry just with that rock here, he hasn't got a lock on. Han's going to be running. He's only got so much board space here.
Mm.
If he sloops this way, he's going to go on the rock. He's going to have no shots. And going straight to, I think, is also going to go. So he's going to has to go this way, or he just accepts his fate of going over that rock.
Mm. Now, the other thing I noted about the Scum Falcon, and I don't know if this is a 2.0 thing or a Scum Falcon thing, there's no hard one on it.
No, that's correct. They changed it. That was one of the changes. A couple of things are like, Boba didn't originally have the hard one. I think he had the fire spray. He had 2 and 3 turns, and whereas the Falcon had the hard one and the hard 2, but didn't have the hard 3.
Yep.
I think.
If I recall, yeah.
Yeah, but now they've changed it so the Boba actually has a hard 1 and a hard 2. Boba does not have a hard 3, whereas the Falcon has a hard 2 and a hard 3, but does not have the hard 1 anymore. They switched it around a little bit.
Mm. And that's all Falcons, because Falcon can be flown for, I think, Rebel, Scum, and Resistance. So
That's
all
correct.
Falcons have the same dial?
Yeah. Oh, no, not the same dial, but because the blues are different. Like I know the Resistance Falcon has like 2 banks for blues, and 2 and 3 straight. I think maybe 1 straight off the top of my head. The Scum one has a little.
I think we're seeing something being dropped. I think there's going to be a proton bomb. Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. A bomb drop. Sorry, I thought you play drop there for a moment.
No. Yeah, so I think they just
what's
to work. There it is. Okay.
Yeah. So the Scum Falcon has only the 1 banks that are blue. The Resistance is 2 banks, and I think the Rebel one is 1 and 2. So there is a little bit of difference between the ship.
Mm.
Here we go.
So yep, you called it there, Nobby. We see the bomb being dropped to deny that area to the and Akhtar is a very good player. He's called that. Just said, yep, okay, you can do that. I will just vacate that space.
Oh, I like this. And then next turn he has potential to come in over here, which is where he thinks he can catch that Falcon.
Yep, I think he can as well.
Mm.
We didn't see the ship dock.
The shuttle. Yeah. As I said, I'm bad at X-wing. I read that's how he would have done it for the bump. Because I worry that if this guy moves even here, he's going to be in range of the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I know?
The one thing I really love about watching top tier X-wing players like Akhtar and Stephen go at it, their vision of what's going to happen is of course immaculate, but their range control as well. So they knew that bomb was going to be there, and he's just got enough of barrel roll and dials, keyed in the right dials to make sure that his ships are not going to end up taking a damage needlessly.
Oh, shout out to Crazy Vulcan for joining us. Good evening. Can't hang around long. About to leave in 10 minutes. That's right. Also, yes, the K turns. Yeah. So the Resistance Falcon does not have K turns. Do any of the Falcons have K turns? I'm just trying to think. Actually,
I think the Rebel Falcon has a K-turn.
the Rebel Falcon has a K turn. Yeah. Okay. And the Scum one does actually have a K turn. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. The Resistance one doesn't. They have the worst style. The Resistance has the worst style because the ship is really, really old at that stage.
But they can do sloops, I think, instead of K-turns.
Yeah. No. Well, all the ships can do sloops. It's just that they can do sloops and K-turns. The Resistance can only do sloops. Can I get you to remove the green dice from the box now? That's covering it. One of those lovely fangs. And look, he's turned away. Oh, if Bob has done a hard 2 or something, or hard 1. So he's just going to need a bomb.
Yep. So he's taking the bomb on L337 by the look of it.
Take it on the chin.
Yep.
Coordinate. Now, I don't know what he's got dialed for Bobber, but... Okay, I actually missed moving there, but I can see that these guys here... I'm going to leave them because the Fang turned away. These guys are actually facing this way. Whereas the Fang is this way.
Yeah, I think he's expecting Bobber to disengage between the two asteroids.
And there's a hard one from Bobber.
Yeah, there we go.
And now it looks like doing double calculate. So this is with the IG88. He's got the coordinate, the focus, and the calculate. So he's got mod for days. It's like having 2 force every turn.
That's very nice. Han Solo doing a 2 bank, and he surely must be rotating his arc now. Oh no, I don't.
Now the point is where it might be a little bit. I mean, I'll just because I think next turn I'm going to see him do a 2-turn. Rotate it. Come on, rotate it. You should have done it 2 turns ago.
Yeah, he should have.
There we go. We got the rotate. Okay. When I flew Resistance Falcon, I used to start at the front, and I swear every game I started the arc front and back. I regretted not turning the turret. It also probably has to do something to do with the rotate on the Resistance Falcon is red, so it ends up stressed, and you have a really terrible die.
Yeah. That's from The Force Awakens, where the turret jams and Finn can't shoot. The bomb is detonated.
That's right.
And
Hey,
L337 takes one critical hit. But their shield eats that, so
that's it. It's crazy. Yeah, as Crazy Falcon says, you just start left and right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Bobber, I think he'll try and just put more hurt into that, into the damaged one. Yeah. Or do you want to? I mean, that's your reroll.
No, I would agree actually, yes, because they're the ones that do damage. If the 2 fangs go, then even though he's got control, he's only got so much damage coming through.
Yep,
it's the fangs that are the ones that hurt. And they can also be even more tanky than the M3As because they got face off.
Yep. Not at the moment though. Not when he's shooting out the rear, which is exactly. And he's taking 4 attack dice, so that presumably means he's shooting at the rear. Okay, that's not a bad roll. So hit, 2 focus. The reroll 3 focus, spends the focus, I imagine.
4 hits.
Yep, and 4 hits. So that's damage going through. And a very nice defensive roll. Yeah.
He got all the paint. All the paint, just 1 damage on red. It is half points.
Yeah, you'd want a little bit more from Boba Fett, given that he is meant to be your big gun, and that is pretty close to an ideal shot. So he's had 2 ideal shots in a row, and only really done 2 damage to a Fang.
Hey, watch this. L3. L3 is going to be the champion. L3 is the one that's going to finish him off.
Ekdar, I did play Ekdar in the first stage, and I will say he had terrible luck with the fangs and his defense dice, but I think his luck is evened out here. He's rolling the dice one at a time.
I think he's just. I notice his hands are getting a little bit chunky. He's going from the other side of the world, so sometimes we're just getting a little bit of lag. I'm not too sure why it flips over. Why would it flip over?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Dead-eye
bullseye.
shot. Yeah,
We've got Dead-eye shot. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. What was the crit? He
Blind
flipped over console fire. He flipped over console fire.
Yeah.
Then blue activated and rolled a hit and takes it. There we go. That is beautiful. Oh, you look at that L3. That's why he's got Deadeye on there, just to make that 2 dice attack. I'm going to spend it to flip it up. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
So some value there. That's definitely well worthwhile.
It wasn't direct hit. It was console fire.
Oh, I love that. That is so scummy.
Yeah. That's it exactly. This is what Scum's all about, right? Now this could tilt actor. Maybe he's gonna. There we go. He's shooting at L3.
So this is Cartel Spacer 2. Cartel Spacer 2 has a tractor beam, so he might be trying to put him onto...
Yeah, on the rock.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah, and he's rolling 3, so... Yeah. He's definitely trying to tractor him. He only needs 1.
We need a squiggle on 3 greens.
1 squiggle.
L3, look at this. He's the champ.
Yeah.
I think he's already. I think L3 is already MVP.
Pink has an ion cannon. Also going for L337 there. That could be meaningful if he manages to push an ion token through, because what that would do is it would prevent the coordinate action.
Yeah, I think he might just take a damage and probably get another squiggle. There we go.
Yeah, there
so
we
he
go.
just takes a 1 damage, no ion.
And
So
that
first
actually
points
takes L337 shields down, which decreases the difficulty of the bank maneuvers. That actually provides L337 with more options now to do a blue maneuver, clear stress, and take coordinate.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah.
So in some ways, that was very much a worst case scenario for damage.
Hey, but every shot that L3 takes, instead of being Bubba and Han, that's a win.
Now, just remind me, with console fire, because his ship didn't shoot, it didn't engage. So he doesn't.
No, it does. Okay, so every ship engages.
Okay,
That's
so
the only thing, yeah, every ship engages, even if you don't shoot.
has he
The
rolled?
console fire was for trigger.
I think he must. Yeah, I think he must have rolled for that. Sorry, so that's what's happened.
Yep.
He rolled.
no, that's
for that,
right.
got a
He
hit.
did.
Yeah. So that's why there's another hit there. Okay.
Yeah, I that's right. I saw him roll the dice in the chat right after he flipped the console fire. So he did it straight away. Yeah. Which is great. I just love that because it's a 2 dice attack, and normally L3 would not expect L3 to do any damage, but not only has he done damage, he's flipped over a console fire. So now Red's going to have to consider whether or not to flip that console fire and then be left tokenless. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. So TMT agrees. Yeah, L3. Every time L3 takes a shot instead of Bobber and Han, he's doing his job, or her job. Sorry, her job. L3 was a female droid. I loved L3 in the movies.
L3 was great. The droids in Star Wars have a lot of personality and add a lot to the universe. I did see I forget who did it. There's a wonderful YouTuber who actually analyzed the problem, though, with droids in the Star Wars universe. That they're sentient beings that are basically enslaved. So it apparently raises a lot of morally grey areas if you want to explore that.
Let me see. Just before I get you, can you remove the dice again?
Oh, of
from the
course,
dice
yes,
box? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bother the players. Yeah.
But yeah, there's.
Okay.
I'll try and find that that video and post it in the chat. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Have you heard of Skippy?
Yes, R5. I think you and I had this conversation.
Yeah.
The
Yes, I
R5
love it. I
on
love that
Tab
story.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. So those who don't know, look up Skippy R5 droid. The story of it is 100% great. And there's something else I want to mention about R5, but I will not. No, I will not. Be good.
I think I know what it is you want to mention,
so
and I wish
those who
I
know,
did
those who know, those who know, and they get me. But I'm not going to say anything else. Okay. So, yeah, no, very, very good. Yeah, I love that Skippy story. It's great. Sense of the. So, what do you think with L3 then? Now that the banks are open, can do a 3 bank.
So I've just found that it's from Pop Culture Detectives. So I will just share that link in the
On the chat, yeah.
Yeah. If anyone's interested to see about why droids are actually slaves in Star Wars, something that they don't make us think about except with L337, who has a particularly tragic story. Yes, so we've got the 3 banks open, but she's moving into a rather crowded engagement zone now. So it might be a bit difficult for her to get value out of those maneuvers.
Well, okay, there's 2 sides I see it. So we know, like, these 2 ships, these bottom 3 ships here, they're at best can do 2 hard ones in, or they're going to be in somewhere down here. I'm not going to have to worry about. It's this guy possibly can do a turn in. Boba's still got another bomb. Just even the fact that the threat of it there can get bomb in probably means he's not going to be there. May just decide to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
If Boba does a 3 bank, she's only got to worry about these 2. Now, she gets a bump on one. Yeah, that's bad, especially with the fact if she can bump on the tractor one, then she only takes the iron shot. But she can also get in the face. But she's also then blocking, can be in the way for next turn. That said, I worry if she just goes straight.
Yeah, I'm I was just looking at it and I'm like, 1 straight is probably the maneuver I'd want to key in, or 1 bank if I really felt quite brave. But
what do we think? What do we think Han's going to do? I think he's going to maybe try and do a turn in. We'll get shots over this way.
Yeah, turn in, lock a rock, I suppose. I mean, Han's really not done enough work this game. He hasn't had shots. His arc's been in the wrong. His turret's been in the wrong arc. Yeah, he needs to get in the game and start dealing out some damage.
Yeah, I do worry though. This turn he could get caught, because if he turns in here, and then these guys get in the way, he can suddenly have the following turn after that can just get this nasty kill box here.
Yep, you're right. Depending on where he goes, and I think I worry that he needs to take a lock on the rock now, just to give himself options. Yeah, especially if there are going to be tractor beams firing at him.
Well, if L3 goes slow, we might be able to coordinate this way.
1 bank, is it?
Yeah, like a 1 bank. Might be able to do. Might be. The other worry I have is that Boba now is in the position to run away. He's going to have to disengage.
Yeah. Yeah, boost and focus.
Crazy Vulcan saying it's going to be out of range with the 1 bank. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. It's hard for me to judge because the angle where you can see the camera is, it's hard to see where the base is. I like to move it around a little bit to gauge distances, and if I do, I like to do that normally when I play. But when I'm streaming for you guys, I try and avoid moving the cameras because I know I can take motion sickness.
But I would agree with Crazy Vulcan there. I suspect it would be just out of range too. We see the 6 turning in. They're getting ready to set up a kill box on Han.
Yeah. I really hope Han... I just feel like if Han did a straight move, that could be awesome.
Awesome for 1 turn, but it makes him even more predictable for the next, which will be a bigger problem because then he's going to be blocked as he tries to turn in.
Good call. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I'm sure you've had lots of. I wonder why you have so much experience on Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, if those who don't know, Crazy Vulcan is one of the great team members of the TTS mod, which we are playing, and him and his team, not just Crazy Vulcan, but the whole team there, have done an excellent job. Is he going to fix that console? Actor during the bank there to disengage. We also noticed that Boba did not drop a bomb. Yeah, and that's actually a good thing because it's the fact that if he dropped the bomb, then he's got no more threat. You're keeping that bomb, and even though you know you're probably going to be able to get damage this turn, the fact that you've got it there is a threat. He has to factor in. He has to spread out his ship. So I don't think it's a missed opportunity. It's just it's a good decision to make, just so you can continue having that threat.
Sorry, so we see a dial error here.
Boba,
Okay. L337 still flies one straight. Yeah, and just while Crazy Vulcan's there, I will say one thing that did catch me out a few times was the set button and the next button are quite close to one another. And a couple of times right after the update went through, I found myself hitting next and having a very strange maneuver keyed into my dial once or twice. So I wonder if that's happened here.
Do you know why they have that next though? I'm just curious if people understand why they changed the dial.
I haven't heard, but if you know the reason, I'd love to hear.
So with the dial originally coming up, you could actually watch your opponent's hand and look at what side of the dial where they put the move in. Having the previous and next buttons now on the dial means that they can push that and select the dial without giving away any kind of information on which dial they've selected. So it's a very good change, and I know it takes a little bit of a while, but just bear with it. There is a reason for it, and it's a very good reason.
The one straight leaves. Sorry. So L337 is coordinating. The one straight leaves Han just inside arc, just inside range 2.
So I was right. He could have coordinated.
He has coordinated. I'll go one step further, and he has taken target lock on that rock.
The one bank though, would have. Was that a one bank? No, it was straight. It was a one straight.
One bank would have taken him a little further, but Han was in by some margin, so.
No, the one bank would have moved him out of the way. Yep. Yeah. Okay, well that's good to hear, Crazy. So, Crazy Vulcan has also just noted that it's on the to-do list to relocate that next button. But I swear to you, a big thank you for that change. That was probably my last little nitty-gritty, like for being really hyper-competitive play. It was one of those things that, for me, I actually liked it because I used to abuse that in giving false information to my opponent. Okay, I wouldn't look at the opponent. I have a particular thing of like just looking up. I would not look at beyond the board, but I'd have my dials on the table, and I like to have my dials near my ships, and I would always select a move, and then maybe select and do a false click on another move, or vice versa, and I would also use that. It's like, okay, if he looks at my dial and then sees me clicking this button here, and he decides his actions based on that, he's going to get stunned. Yeah. So. I say like that. You're almost taking that element away from me. Damn you! But no, I think it's great. It was the last little thing that was in there. So here we go. Here's Han doing the turning in.
Yep.
That's actually very scary for Han when you look at all those guns at him.
It's terrifying. Yeah. Boba has done a 3 Talon roll. That's left him quite out of the fight, stressed, and not with an easy engage back thanks to the rock.
Now he's got a lock on that rock.
Yeah.
He's also got a stressed Fang fighter at range 1 of him.
Yeah.
So now he'll be rolling just the 3 dice because it's just 1 extra for stress, or is it 1 extra for Han? Is only with the obstructive?
2 plus range plus stress. So
we have 4 dice.
4 if he wants. He might actually now. He's put a stress token down. Is he going to boost onto the rock too? He's trying to boost onto the rock to get a 6 attack dice shot because. Why?
Oh, yes, go for it. Can we see the boost?
Do it.
I was just going to say, if he boosted, he might get an angle.
Or is he?
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
And the
And
crowd goes wild. Here we go. We get to see.
I think it's obstructed. Is it? Maybe not.
Oh, I think it might be. Let's have a zoom in. Let's have a zoom in. I think it's obstructed. 90 degrees. 90-degree angle there. I think it is. Yeah, there we go.
Obstructed!
Obstructed.
6 dice.
Range 1. Stress ship. 2 dice attack becomes 6.
That is disgusting.
Isn't it 6? Crazy how I can see 5. So let's count it. We've got 2 for the regular attack, 1 for the range 1, which is 3.
Yep.
Then you've got
3.
the title, which is stress, and then you've got trick shot, which is 5, and then you've got the Han's ability 6.
It's 6. I count 6.
Yep, six dice. Here we go. You haven't got mods, but hey, who needs them? Just nutty roll it.
The variance on a 6 dice shot is extreme, particularly with no mods. So you could do anywhere from 0 to, well, okay, obviously 0 to 6. That's a bit of a stupid statement, but it's quite scary. That said,
And
given his positioning, I mean, I love the shot. Don't get me wrong, but there is a cartel spacer that could put some serious ion damage in on him here.
or you don't want to iron him off the table.
You
Put him in the
can't
spot where you can.
White go off the table because blue is the other one with the ion. Okay, 6 dice. Yeah, only 2 hits.
Just
That's
to-
the variance.
Yeah.
That's the variance. You need those mods. Or you need the rerolls, and it's just exactly what you don't have. That
They
said,
got 2 hits. No face off. No face off.
yep. So half points. He won't mind too much though because it does leave him with his focus for the return
For a
shot.
shot. Yeah. But it's going to be. Don't forget, it's going to be against 3 greens. Because of obstructed. And Han's ability. I consider him, even though he didn't do damage, he has won the game in my heart just because he got the range 1 trick shot against a stress ship 6 dice attack.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing to behold. Okay, Boba Fett now. He has focus. He'll be taking a range 3 pot shot against Cartel Spacer 2.
Yeah.
So it's his only shot in the arc. So unfortunately, this will only have half as many dice to it. Kill off the ones that gave you the blanks. That's the advice. You keep your high performance.
Yeah. Because I get it. Your forward focus is statistically better. It's just this feeling of rolling 6 dice because you can.
1 hit, 1 crit,
All right.
and 2
Take
natural
care.
hits.
Take care, Crazy Falcon. Thanks for joining us, Way Crit.
Good night,
Now
Crazy
just-
Falcon.
Now, just quickly, Han is worth 57 points, so Khan now needs to kill because half points on Han's not going to do enough to get him back in the lead, right? 25, 24, 29, 29. Math is hard. 29, 39.
Hold on. I think I can. So Han,
43. Oh no, 43. Okay, so if he gets half points on Han, he'll be up by lead by 1 point.
yeah, if he gets half points on Han, that would be 43 points down. So yes, a 1 point lead.
Yeah.
But again, like we still have 20 minutes to go. At this point, control over Han could be more worthwhile. Why is he only rolling 2 dice? Do you know?
Because he's got to do the range point, or maybe he's shooting. No, I think he's shooting the red fang.
Okay.
He could kill the fang.
Yeah.
2 got 1 eye. Oh, yeah, it's dead anyway. Console fire. Oh, that must be why he did a dial mistake. Because he was stressed. He did
Yep.
stress and he didn't do a blue move.
That'll be it.
Yeah. He
Okay.
wanted to disengage and fix the console. Okay.
Well, that's very good for Stephen. That is one of the big guns off the table now.
Oh, and it's also denied him he now has to kill Han.
Yep. So that's a tractor into Han at range 1. Pink is... Pink. Was it Pink that was activating?
I'm not too sure. Looks like he picked up dice but didn't actually roll them.
Yeah. I
There
think
you
this
go.
might be ion cannon, actually. And 3 hits and 1 eye will spend focus for 4 hits.
I
So that's
think it'll
enough
be
to
tractor.
ionize Han.
I think it'll be tractor if anything. He'll do tractor first.
I'd imagine you would. Okay. So let's see what
guess,
he's
guess
got.
he's tractored. I don't think you can actually tractor him anywhere. They just apply the tractor token.
That's all you want, though, because that makes the rest of your shots more potent.
Just quickly check.
No, that's taking the
green.
damage. That was ion.
No,
that
it was
was-
on. Okay,
yeah,
wait,
that
I'm just
was
looking
me.
where the tractor's car is. Blue's on, so green.
So he takes 1 hit and 3 ion tokens and becomes ionized. So that is...
Ooh.
Yeah, that is terrible for Han. I think Han might be dead now. Oh, no, it was the wrong... Oh, it was Cartel Spacer 2.
Hey, look at that. This is where we asked him to bring up the arcs. Okay, we were all wrong. We're both wrong. He was so he was tractoring.
Orange, I think. Yeah. No, it wasn't tractor. It was up, but orange is... Okay, sorry, I'm getting very confused here as well now.
Yeah.
The 2 with tractor are orange, which is in the face-off with L337.
It looks like he's put iron down. He's put iron tokens down, and that
think
would
he
be
just clicked
tractor.
the
He's
wrong
got the wrong
Yeah,
token.
he's clicked the wrong dial, I believe. Yeah, that's Han. Han is ionized. That is terrible news for Han.
Okay, okay, yep.
Yep, so that
Oops,
was...
sorry guys, and we're just switching back over. Sorry, wrong button. I was trying to type. Yeah. So okay, Han was ionized. Okay, that's it was not shooting
So
everyone.
that was pink shooting. Okay, so Cartel Spacer 2 still has focus. Okay, I do feel sorry for Stephen. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but his hand is
I'm
moving
watching.
and-
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
he
it's
does
so
say it's
painful.
very, very laggy for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I'm looking at his ping in the top right hand corner. It's going up to about 400
Yep.
fairly regularly. So, yeah, painful. This is a primary attack by the look of it because he's throwing 3 dice.
He wants to kill L3.
Yeah. Has focus, but doesn't get a chance to use it. L3 shrugs it off 2 natural evades.
Ooh. L3 just goes, free the droids. I'm not going to be touched. You can't stop me. Oh, the Fang not shooting Han. I think he's decided that hey, you're ionized, you're dead.
Han's dead. Yeah. As long as he can clear out from in front of him, that's the only thing. But he should be able to. L3
Yeah, he's
one
got to
more
make sure he doesn't bump Han. He's got to make sure he does not bump Han. He wants Han to move and do the one straight.
Yeah.
Damage goes through onto L3.
That is correct. L3 still has 1 hit point remaining. I mean, this is just for fun now. You can't... what's he... Just primary attack, I suppose? Yep, primary.
Yeah.
3 hits onto Han.
I should clarify. Han has lost a shield from the damage.
Yep, from the ion.
Yeah.
Takes 2 more. Shields down on Han.
And then 2 more shields are down. Yeah, I think if the M3As get out of the way and Han does a 1 straight, I think he's not going to have enough room to do a 2-turn.
Not nearly enough for him to do a 2-turn.
And so this is why we say, I think that's why the Fang Fighter shot at L3 and not at Han,
Yeah.
because Actor knows this and he goes, hey, okay, you're ionized, great, you're dead.
Yeah, that's 1 dead Falcon. As long as he can get the 6 out of the way. The 6 have the 5 straight. Yeah, at this point, you don't care if you go over a rock. Just eat the rock, get out of the way, because you got whatever damage you take, Han is taking a lot more in 2 turns' time.
Correct. And L3 can't do anything about it either. L3 can't coordinate a boost or anything. There's just nothing.
Yeah,
Han stressed. Yeah,
Han is stressed, so he can't even help him out, which is just unfortunate. I was trying to see if there's a way to get L3 in front of Han, but not fast enough, I suspect.
Even if it, like, not this turn. Yeah, unfortunately just...
So that Cartel Spacer, with 4 hits at range 1 with the ion cannon, that has done a real number on this game.
Yeah, he only had 1 shot. That's right. Ionize. Yeah, he did 4 damage.
Yep.
To get
He didn't
three
even
ions,
tractor him first.
Yep.
He just put the ion in. 4 hits with focus. And then, of course, Han is only rolling 1 defense dice, so that's all she wrote. Now, the game is not over, even though Han will sadly be fleeing to hyperspace. Boba is barely touched, only has 1 shield down, and the second Fang fighter is on only 1 hit point. 2 hit points, sorry. So,
yeah.
I mean, Boba is more than capable. We've seen this time and again. Boba is a brutal, brutal ship. He is more than capable of coming in here and wreaking havoc amongst what's left of the fleet. But what it does do is it will put Ektar into the front, and that does give him a lot of leeway with how he wants to play. So he can just pick off L337 and then force Steven to chase the game.
Yeah. The thing is, that's right. Once he loses Han, Boba needs to half point a different ship. He will either need to kill the Zealot for 21 points or half point at least another ship to gain another 14 points. And that is without L3 dying. If L3 dies, that's another 13 points. So he needs basically kill. Boba needs to kill another ship in the next 2 turns to secure the win.
And time is very much running short now.
Yeah. And this is actually one of the reasons why I dislike the M3As. No offense to Actor or anything like that, or other people that play this list, that's fine. The reason I dislike it so much is because it eats up so much time, especially when you start factoring in the tractors and the ion tokens and all that stuff, all that jazz on top of the amount of shots you have to do and the dice rolls. You actually play a bit less in time. I know you got a lot of ships to move and everything like that, and so we've actually only seen 3 rounds of engagement. Is that correct?
Engagement, yeah, about that. I mean,
3 rounds. So this would be the 4th round. This will be the 4th round.
3, 4. I think this is the 6th round in total.
Yeah,
in the first 3, there was no shots.
Yeah. And it's just it eats up a lot of time with this number of ships to move and roll dice for. And the thing with those free agility ships is, yes, you can half one in 1 shot, but your chances are you're lucky if you get 1 damage through, especially when it's just 1 ship shooting. Ooh, 5k here.
Yep, over the rocks. So.
No, that was
sorry.
That was not over L3.
Green one went over the rock, right? The Cartel Spacer.
Oh yeah, the green one didn't, and actually the green one went over the rock and took a damage.
Yep. Ooh, he has the barrel if he needs it, but I don't think he does. Yeah, quite comfy actually.
Guys, yeah, he's got lots of space.
Yep.
But keep in mind, Han can still shoot this turn.
Yes.
So he might be able to get the damage he needs.
Yeah, he'll have a focus. Because he'll do a 1 straight blue. He can ignore the rock anyway. We'll take focus. So looks like he'll have a shot on either Cartel Spacer 3 or Cartel Spacer 4.
Yeah, and that blue one's stressed, so he'll be rolling 3 dice.
Yep.
With no green. So if he gets half points on blue, then that gives a chance. And if Boba can also do damage. L3, yep, using the ability. Please tell me it doesn't put him on the rock though. Oh.
That is millimeters. You will want to zoom in and have a look at that. That is incredible.
Yeah, just really, that is just another way. Look at that. Just another way of hitting.
That is millimeter. That is not even millimeters. That is millimeter.
Can I
Precision.
get you to do the dice again? Just grab the dice again.
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. I got two screens looking at. One has a dice, one doesn't. So if Hard can do half points on another ship this turn, and L3 manages to run away and stay alive,
Yep.
and Bobo half points another ship, we could see Steve win. But the money shot was that single ion
Yep.
cannon shot that ionized Han.
And that just really frees up Actor. He doesn't have to worry about Han so much. Although I'm very confused by he's taken the safe option to get out of there. I'm very confused by the Cartel Spacer 3 stressing himself to turn and face Han. I think that was unnecessary, somewhat foolish. But I don't know. Actor is a much better player than I am. Maybe there is a reason for what he's doing.
Or maybe in case he misjudges and we think we were pretty sure that the two turns are not going to fit, but maybe when he moves one straight, we'll go, oh wait, actually that is going to fit. It's going to be okay. Give him the options, because I know that I got it wrong. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's off the board.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you had a hard one now?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it.
Take a focus. Take a focus. Half point that stress. M3. Take him out with you.
Yeah.
That's your best bet.
I do also feel a bit sorry for Stephen, having to chase the game somewhat. 10 minutes left, and the lag would just be so irritating right now, because you're trying to move a bit quicker, but the technology is not letting you do it. Okay, you've got a 3 attack dice shot at whoever you want. He's taking.
Oh no, that's the wrong decision. That's the wrong decision. I think you should take the one without the focus. It's going to be 3 dice either way.
Yeah, I mean, unless he thinks the hard 2 makes it.
No, it's not going to make it. Take the shot on blue. Take the shot on blue. Oh, just 2.
2, not enough. Yep, 1 evade.
Yeah. They wouldn't have, without it in play, that wouldn't have made a huge difference.
No,
it's just one shield down.
Yeah.
But that feels just a little bit bad, because
maybe
okay. Bob was going to have a shot maybe on the pink one next turn.
Spacer 2 is still full health.
It's just through rocks, so it's rolling 5.
Yep.
Come on, Baba.
Nice.
Oh.
Yep, very nice. And 1 crit, but that will be taken by shields.
On the shield, yeah. And this is what, remember I was saying, you're only likely to get 1 damage in at a time on these ships?
Yep. I mean, look, if Han weren't literally on the way out, I think this would be a very different scenario right now. But
yeah,
given
totally agree. That I'd say the single mod 4 hits into the 1 die screen and getting the just enough ions to have this turn really hurt Steve.
So that's an ion cannon attack on Han, blue onto Han. So he'll take 1 ion token, but no, just 1 damage. So no more ion tokens. That's
range 1.
Mm-hmm.
Another ion cannon.
3 hits. the dice thought about it, but 1 ion token and 1 damage.
And this is more of like an average roll of what
Yeah.
we would see. So 2 damage down on Han.
Wrong ship again. Pick it up, move it over. Oh,
Come on, actor, do it for him. Do it for him, actor. There we go.
okay.
There we go. Alright. You just keep your hand ready just in case you can help him.
Yeah.
Alright, range 3, downtown. 3 on 3. Can L3 dodge this?
1 has landed outside, so it will be re-rolled. Okay, so good throw there. With the focus, he'll have 3 hits.
L3 needs all the paint.
Oh, not quite. So it takes 1 damage, and that will be sufficient.
Yeah, big enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So with Han dead, let's have a look. Han dies. 84
84
points.
points. Yeah.
So he needs 22 points. 22 points. So he needs to kill. He needs to kill one of the M3As. Even killing there's only 21 points. Yeah.
It's just going to be hard. He really needs 2 shots. That's the problem. Because
We
he
might
needs.
see one more turn. We might see 2 turns. If they're really quick, but I think it's more likely to be 1 turn.
It's been about 10 minutes for this turn so far.
Yeah.
And that's really just making the lag is really killing Stephen here. He can't move fast enough. Yeah, well, I think they've ended the turn. Get rid of that.
Yeah, really sad because even if he got half pointed on Han, he'd have the lead. It's just that 1 ion shot.
And it didn't even require the tractor beforehand. That's the
No,
other
that's
thing.
right. I thought he was going to shoot with the tractor first to ensure, like, to give him better odds at getting the three hits.
Because I think he hit 2 tractor shots, and though that cannon just gives tokens, doesn't do damage.
That's correct. But he opted to do the iron cannon first and got the 4 hits he needed, and it didn't matter after that, basically. And just so you know, there was only 1 iron cannon shot. The other one was out of arc, so that had really, really lost the game from that 1 shot.
To be fair, I think the the problem was probably the decision to go onto that rock in the first place, which was
I know. Yeah.
of throwing 6 dice. And honestly, you might lose the game, but it was probably worth it.
It was fun. Yeah, as I said, he won the game by getting the 6 dice off. Whether he did damage or not, to me that won the game in my eyes. He orchestrated his ultimate plan of getting that range 1 obstructed shot against a stressed ship, because that's not an easy situation to make.
It is not.
To orchestrate. And he did it between the combination of changing the turret to coordinating the lock and then doing a boost with L3. He used all the tricks in his list to get the ideal shot. When I say ideal, I mean it was unmodded, but the ideal shot, he would have done it and then had a focus with the shot. But he did the 6 dice attack.
Yeah, worth
Moral
it.
victory, as Fish says it. Absolutely, moral victory. And then the dice said, "Hey, I'm going to give you an ion. I'm going to ionize Han as reward for you orchestrating that." So that just was just a little bit bad, because also the 6 dice rolled below average. Just 2 hits out of 6. It should have been 3. So yeah,
it was blank, blank, focus, focus, hit, hit, which is
yeah.
It's a bit below average, but not shockingly below average either.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like you take the chance, for all you know, you get crit, 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 hit, 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 and then
That's right.
the cartel
4
space
hits
of
or 5 hits, yeah. And the Fame blanked out. The worst thing was the Fame blanked out. So he had gotten 4 hits out of 6. If Fame blanked out, he would have one-shotted the Fame.
Yep. And the clock just slowly running down here. We're down to only about just over 1 minute left. So this will be the final turn. I can't see any way that we have another turn after this.
Yeah.
Any miracle way that you can reverse Han somehow?
Well, he could put the M3A in front of him to stop him from going off the board. I mean, maybe Khan will go, hey, I'm going to move that M3A one straight then barrel roll and keep him. Yeah, one straight barrel roll and keep him on the board. I don't see that happening. But he could, Khan could do that, keep Han on the board. And then as Fishcake World said, if you want to put him in reverse, yeah, just hit the undo button. That also works.
Yeah. It's at times like this I really enjoy the tugboats and that reverse maneuver.
Yeah. And so now we're just waiting on Khan to finish off his last dial.
I think if you're Khan, you probably want to disengage this turn. There's no need to chase.
You've got the win in the bag. Unfortunately, with that iron, he's basically netted the win. There's the table timer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for Steve. I feel for Steve.
Okay, he's dropping a proton bomb just because
he can.
Reasons, yeah. It's not going to do anything, but. Oh, we all want to. There's only one move like we're really interested in, and we know what it's going to be already.
What's that? Han doing
the hard
one straight, a hard 2.
Han does a hard 2 and flies off the map.
Maybe we reach out to Crazy Vulcan, get him back in. If he can quickly modify the table mod to just make the table just a little bit wider, so he does a hard 2 and fits.
Have you ever played with any house rules that don't cause, that bad flying doesn't cause you to blow your own ship up?
No, but I have been known to knock a ship in the board for my opponent, saying, "Oh no, that was in. No, you made it. Let's keep playing."
Yeah, it's a bit of a hollow victory when you fly, when ships fly off the map.
Yeah, I won't do it for my own ships. I won't do my own ships, just for full disclosure.
Yeah,
I have done it for opponent ship. Oh, question. If he stays there, he does a hard 2 and he bumps into pink.
Yeah, I'm looking at that and just like, if you move it back along, it might somehow stay in. I don't think it does, but I also would not risk it, and I just take the damn barrel roll.
Yeah, he's taking a focus there, right?
I don't know if that's just left over from last round. I think he's also realised, because that's where Boba Fett's going to come, and I don't think he's done the math on, what if Boba Fett manages to blow up the Sick Interceptor there. I think he'd still be just ahead, but... I think it also depends which Sick that is. That's pink, right? That's an ion.
Pink. I seen pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink's done a 1 bank. I'm really surprised I thought it would have done a hard 1 or something. No, stay there. Don't listen to us about. Just stay there. Good spot. Let's just hope Steve put in the hard 2.
I think if he destroys that one, that is a 31 point Sick, the pink one.
Yeah, but there are 4 hit points. 4 hit points and 3 greens with behind a focus token.
He'd only have 3 hit points left, but yeah, I take your point. He'd need to blank out with 4 dice, and that never happens, right?
It's you're taking on you're going for the long shot.
Yeah.
And sometimes yeah. That's
Oh, he's
correct.
doing it. Is it? He's cleared the focus.
Yeah.
What's he thinking?
I don't know. We're just waiting on Khan to make his decisions. Come on, last turn, Khan. He has lost a shield on pink. I don't know why.
He has,
I
yeah.
the other lead. Sorry, I should.
Han shot at pink.
Yep, that's right. Not on the blue.
Yeah, he's doing a barrel roll.
There we go.
Oh, he's still okay.
Giving that fang back.
I think plan B is if Boba does manage to destroy pink, which would be again unlikely, try and put as much hurt in on Boba as you can. But
Yeah, wanting to get 4 damage on Boba. It's possible.
yeah, difficult.
Difficult, but possible. Boba could, Boba can still go in and try to boost into range 1 of pink. Yeah, he's only done the hard one. Okay.
Yeah, it has to boost, I think, but it gives you unmodded shots, which is just a bit rough.
He could possibly boost left and get a shot on thingy, but no, you want to shoot the.
I mean, Cartel Spacer 2 is also damaged, but has the focus token. Yeah, he's going for it. He's still got the shot, I guess, on pink if he wants it.
Oh, he went hard to the other way.
Yeah, it's... What? No, it's out. It's out.
Yeah, and this is what we all knew. We all knew.
You might want to zoom in on that.
Yeah.
There's no warning there, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll switch that back. Yeah.
Sadness.
Very sad.
They're probably discussing now whether the the map is the play area or the border is the play area.
Yeah, no, that would be outside the map.
Yeah. Over for the hard one on the Falcon.
Well, we wish we had the hard one. I wish we did. Hard one was easy to see, like the turns it was going to do, because it just pivoted on like a corner.
Yeah, in fact, I think if you looked at it, the hard one, the corner actually overlaps ever so slightly.
That's correct, yeah.
The biggest ships. Have we lost him now, or he might be struggling a bit? No, there he goes. He got it. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's good.
So with 22 points difference, yeah, he basically will need to. He needs to kill one of the cartel spacer. The
Yeah.
M3s.
One of them.
Boba could do it.
Possible.
He could do
No
it.
mods.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
He's got a range one
so
shot.
he's got a range 1 shot, so he can do rerolls.
Reroll.
I think you go for pink. I think you got to go for pink.
Yeah.
I mean,
The reroll is useful as well.
Yeah, I think you just go for pink, and then you hope he survives.
No, he's going for.
With face off, yeah, you can get 4 hits, but he's got 3.
Well,
Yeah,
three.
he could roll. You could get 4 hits, and he can roll the double blank.
Spacer 2 also 1 shield down, so it
1
needs to
hit
reroll.
2 eyes.
It's just the yeah, he gets the reroll and spends it, so that's enough. As long as the spacer gets 2 blanks, he's dead. But yeah, there we go.
No, he's only got. He's got. Yes, spend the
So-
focus and no damage. Yeah. Rude.
So 1 damage, I
Rude.
think.
No damage.
Oh, no damage. Yes, because he doesn't have focus.
Yeah.
Very rude. Yep. That's game then.
Pretty much. It just gives you kind of chance to possibly get damage on Bobo. I don't think he will.
I don't think the Spacer can do enough to do half points because the other one has no arc. So that should. Yeah, he's just throwing for fun now, I think.
1 crit, which is out of the box.
Out of the box.
1 hit.
Reroll 1. 1 hit.
I mean, he gets the damage anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, good game. I think we know who the MVP is.
Yeah, that ion cannon on which one? Which one was the one they shot? Blue?
Pink.
Pink.
Cartel Spacer 4, I believe.
Oh yeah. Yep,
All right.
absolutely. All right,
Let's get
go
him in
forward.
here.
There we go. There we go. Welcome
Remember I
back,
said
guys.
That was super unlucky. Never been ironed. That was what it was. That's
How
what
we
won me
doing?
the game. Because when you
yeah.
came in and you did that, I looked and I went, there's a slim chance that you can't fit if you don't have a hard one.
Yeah.
And that's
So
the
welcome
problem
back.
with this
Welcome back.
People forget. You did. I don't think you forgot, but people forget that with 2 of them, if I ionize a big ship, I can take it off the table if it's in the wrong place.
Khan, I think you're come to the same conclusion that Nobby and I have, that Cartel Spacer 4 is the most valuable player in this game with the
Yes.
ion kill on Han Solo.
We literally, when I shot that and it went through, I went, that is super crazy. That shouldn't have happened. I should have only done 1 or 2 ion tokens. But when I hit all 4 and I went, oh, he's got no tokens. Please don't roll an evade.
Yeah,
And he rolled the focus. I was like, oh my God, I think he's dead.
yeah.
That's why, if you noticed, I did the 5 straight with the other cartel and went, I can't risk any bumps. I'll take
Yes.
the rock damage. Just go straight over that rock and just go for it.
Yep, yep.
That was,
Yeah.
but that was super unlucky because I was looking at that game and then I made that dial error and I actually had him dialed in the 2 soft to clear the console fire with the other Fang.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, I was like, oh, that could be the game there. But then that ion shot was insane.
Yeah.
But that's why you take these iron cannons. They're flipping nuts.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, we thought, oh, maybe he's going to try tractor first, but he didn't. He just shot the iron cannon first, and we were a little confused because we saw iron cannons going into L3 at the start. Also, Stephen, look, I really got to apologise. You were struggling a lot with latency. I did see your hand jittering around. It must have been very, very hard for you. Apologies. I don't know. Yeah, it's partly one of the things that happens when you do play, unfortunately, a game over the internet.
No,
Especially
it felt fine.
I thought I was outflowed now. I thought I could just, because L33 was just so stubborn, so stubborn.
Oh yeah.
That ship wasn't dying, and I'm like, dying. And then I had the perfect tractor shot, no tokens, and I couldn't roll any hits. I had to roll the focus. I was like, I can put him on the rock. Then there's no coordinates going around. I'll probably kill him next turn. And he's like, no. And then the ion didn't get him either. He only did the damage. I was like, no. This guy is hanging around.
Yeah, we were talking before Han was ionized on that rock. We were saying L3 is doing her job if she's getting shot and surviving. Because it means that Han is not getting shot as much and Bobber is not getting shot as much.
Yeah. I gambled that you weren't going to do the 3 thing. I looked at it for ages and I thought, do I slow roll in and just light up Bobber? Because I think Bobber goes in the front. And I thought, nah, there's just enough of a gap. I think he'll turn away from the rock and then go away that way. But you went and did the 3 bank in. I was like, oh, that's bad. Because he just boosts and avoids virtually the whole swarm. And that's what you did. And I was like, oh no, now there's a bomb. Everything has to turn away. This is not what I planned.
I just want to say, Steve, you got the 6 dice range 1 trick shot on a stress
Dream shot.
ship.
You've got the dream
Beautiful.
shot.
I don't care what the score says. I do not
The
care
only
what
stuff-
you won the game when you got that off. You won the game in my heart. It was brilliant. I was cheering.
That was
I mean-
that was
I did have to
definitely something.
I did have to
I
ask
haven't-
him to explain the 6. I said, "Do you mean 5, right?" And he goes, "No, it's 6."
No.
And I was like, I went through and I went, "Oh yeah," and then I don't get the rock either. Oh, this is all bad. This is all bad.
Yeah, that was,
I was
the first
good.
I've been able
And
to
unfortunately, you
get
just roll your 2
Ah.
hits. Just 2 hits on the 6 dice. I was like, oh no.
I was super lucky because if he had a focus, I was taking 4 there.
Yeah,
So-
because you blanked out on the Fang too. You blanked out. I was like,
Yeah,
and no face
blanked
off
out.
because of the side
Oh,
side shot.
it'd have been one shot. It'd have been one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, but it's like I felt that this game was always going to be very difficult for me to win because those ships are super crazy. Bobber's really hard to deal with. L33 is just a pain. Took longer to kill. Obviously, my main plan was to go after Han because Han's killable. But I needed to get Bobber in a position where. So I was trying to force Bobber away when I put all the swarm together. When he was coming down, I thought, let me just try and force him back, and then I'll chase Han.
Mm.
But then Bobber went, no, I'm going all in. I'm going in face actor. So he just came, and then he was behind me, and then I was like, oh god, this is terrible.
Yeah. I just you decided to kill Han. Fly him off the table. That
That was crazy dice. That was
Yeah.
probably my best dice because my dice weren't being kind to me. I felt, but when I got the 4 hits and then you didn't get the evade, I was like, that's nuts. That should not have
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Actually, that was the perfect roll you could have hoped for. Like, just
Yeah.
that was again. I mean, I the way I see it is that particular one shot won you the game.
Oh, 100%. And I tried to ionize him again.
With
just
2
in
shots.
case- just in case, with 2, and then I couldn't get that through.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do that just in case the 2 fit. But I kept
Yeah.
looking at it and was like, I think it goes off, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. So that's why I hedged my bets with the other ship. But I forgot the time, and then when I saw the time, I was like, oh my god, I should have just turned everything away because Bobber could have stole it at the end, killing that if
Yeah.
he got that sick at the end.
Yeah, no, that's right. We're also I was if Han was able to get a half point on another M3A before he flew off the board, and then Bobber could have gone half point on this turn, he could have swung the other way.
It was super tight. It was super tight,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna lie. That was daylight robbery. I stole that game. There's no way I should have won that. That's just. I need to go straight to jail. That's like. That was. I was just looking at going, yeah. This is one of the games where you sit there and you go, yeah, didn't deserve to win that one. I won it, but yeah, it kind of doesn't feel. I mean, it feels good because I bought the ions, but it doesn't feel good because I looked at it and thought, nah, I didn't really deserve to win that game.
That's the scum way.
That's the scum way, yeah. That's the way you got to look at it. It's like, yeah, I'm well known for doing dirty tricks on the table. I mean, I love to bump ships off the table, which I've done. And the best thing is when you bump an almost fully health ship off the table when it's like, oh, that's just terrible. I said, yeah, mate, sorry, but you put him there. You put him there, and you gave me the opportunity, and it's me, so I will take it if you give it.
Oh yeah.
But it's a good list. I think it's a really good list. And I like your bid. The bid's nice and deep. It's the interactions are good. Yeah, it's a good list. And can punch hard. And geez, 6 dice. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't have a token.
Well, it's funny because it's from 2 dice to 6. That's what's so big.
Yeah.
It's like this is 2 dice attack chip. How are you getting 6 dice? You start adding them all up.
Yeah, and then I kept looking at it, going, do I want to boost in? Do I not want to boost in? And I thought, nah, I'll boost in. And then when you did that, and I was like, oh taking 5, and then when it was like, no, it's not 5, it's 6. You got stress. I'm like, oh, shit, and I'm only getting 3 dice. This is not good. This is not good at all. And it's like, oh. And it's like, oh, it's a good build. It's a good build. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna. So it's a bit late for me. It's been a long night, and I was not expecting to do this, but I'm gonna wind it up there. Both of you, thank you for being on. It was always good to see you play, Actor. Steve, I'm sorry. You won the hearts this game, I think, with your 6 dice attack. I just
Steve played better. He deserved to win. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That Sith is that you should get a pay rise, okay? All right, guys. And
what was the score?
and Mark.
What was the score? Sorry, what was the score?
Oh, sorry. Score.
DTT.
Khan was
score was
84.
84 and 62 for Octor.
Yeah, 62 for Steve, 84 for Actor.
Okay, cool. Wow.
All right.
Wow. Okay, awesome.
Okay, and Steve, yeah, like I say, thanks for bearing through that with the latency and international play. I love it. Hope we get you back on again.
Yeah.
And Mark, shout out to Mark for.
Yeah,
sorry, Steve.
Well done again, Steve. That was a good game. You played really well.
Appreciate it.
Thoroughly enjoyable to watch as well, guys. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep, thanks for joining us, Mike, too. Because I was also
Cheers,
last minute jumping on. I appreciate you guys all getting together. We got it done. So until tomorrow night, we'll be back with the usual program. We will see you guys then.
Yep. See you guys. See you, Nobby.
Everybody.
See ya.